Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Rune News. I'm your host, Ryan, and as always, it's bloody good to have you guys here in the audience today. And today is actually my birthday. Happy birthday to me. Yes, thank you very much. I just want you guys to have a go and guess how old I am turning today. I'll give you a hint. I was born pre-Towers. So hit that comment section down below with how old you think I am and how many children I have. Lately, it's been 48 years old, 3 kids, all Asian, depressed dad, gay, retarded, and fat, with 6 children, obese by the age of 31. And I guess Jagex knew it was my birthday because they have dropped the much anticipated and highly called upon Shellbane Griffin combat achievements, as well as some serious downtime that's happening every week now for old school RuneScape with the Jagex HQ, which is not linked to the weekly updates. So you're going to see 2 updates every week now, essentially, or 2 update timers. There's going to be some planned maintenance every week, which will include downtime, and we're going to go through all those details in just a moment right here on Rune News. Hit the like and subscribe button down below. I'd greatly appreciate the support. Why not give us a birthday sub and a follow over on Kick at kick.com/KingCondor. I'm going to be live in a few hours' time to celebrate my birthday, so feel free to come by, call me a dickhead, and then I'll fuck off. I'll even do a couple of shoeies on your behalf if you guys are feeling a little spry and I'm feeling generous. My name is Ryan. You're watching Rune News. This is Rune News. You're watching Rune News, and you're watching Rune News. Deadman Annihilation tweaks, Shellbane Griffin, CAs, and more is the title for this week's Old School RuneScape update. Now, we knew the Deadman Annihilation tweaks were coming. My personal opinion, as much as I love Deadman, it's nowhere near leagues, and Annihilation honestly feels much like last year's Deadman. It's got the breaches, which is awesome. Otherwise, to be honest, Deadman is dead fucking content. You guys might be enjoying Deadman. It is way better to watch Deadman than it is to participate. It just doesn't... I just don't get that sense of enjoyment that I really thought I was going to. I feel like we all are in agreement, or at least mostly in agreement, that watching Deadman All-Stars, for example, is just a much more enjoyable experience for players across Old School RuneScape on average than it is to actually play Deadman itself. I don't, personally, this is just me, I don't really care for Deadman anymore. I love it. I do think it is good. It's a great idea, but it doesn't feel like something I really want to be playing anymore. I might go back and do some breaches when the worlds are a little bit quieter. I was on a pure run. Yeah, I was dunking on motherfuckers. Yes, I got PK'd a handful of times as well. It was back and forth. I had the dog sword. It was so fun being level 60 or level 54, whacking 42s with the dog sword and then finishing them off with that ancient god sword spec that came out. It was great, but man, I've got shit to do on the main account. I don't have time for this. The League's rewards as well, League 6 rewards look so much better and are so much more encouraging for me to go for in April that I just don't feel like it in Deadman. The rewards aren't there for me, so I'm going to skip over that news segment. Fuck it. If you do enjoy Deadman, that's good for you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. They've made a bunch of changes here. You're now going to get points for attending the breach instead of it being top 16, which was weird. They're making a few world changes, but overall, we're going to move on to what I care about more because, well, it's my show, so grow some balls and swallow it. Now we've got the Griffin Slayer task. Well, this is part of sailing updates, but the Griffin Slayer tasks have had their weighting improved. Now, I think that's just with the Shadelier and Vanaka having it improved from up to 10 from 5 and up to 10 from 7 on Vanaka, while Duradel and Neve stay at 7, which means the best Slayer Masters don't get fucked, which is awesome. The base amount here is also the same as usual, but you can now extend it for 80, I think it's 80 points, or plus 80 kills for 50 points, 50 Slayer points, if you want to extend your Griffin's task, which in my opinion is a massive fucking mistake to do. But that's up to you. The Bell's Folly is also more common now. It's now 1 in 256 instead of 1 in 400 as a drop, which is totally fine and understandable. I don't think... I haven't heard too many good things about the Bell's Folly. I've heard it's quite accurate and it's decent to use, but once you've got a Fang, why would you touch it? But I guess it's the mid-game grind now for a lot of players. The combat tasks are now here for the Shellbane Griffin as well. Pretty decent stuff. You've got the killing it with after clearing the corrosive spit from your armor, which I have no idea how to do. Killing it 50 times, killing it 25 times without leaving the cave, killing it without taking damage, killing it 10 times in 12 minutes 30 seconds once you first enter the cave, which is best done with your player in house. Just absolutely dump it with DPS specs, player in house, restore spec, and go again. You have more than enough time to absolutely smash this boss out in 12 minutes 30 seconds. You should have no problems, provided you probably don't really need a scythe. You just kind of want to have burning claws, Voidwaker, Dragon Claws, something big DPS spec-wise. If you're going to use a Crystal Halberd, use a different spec weapon and finish with the Crystal Halberd. I do recommend using the Surging Potions if you can to really help stack that out. Super Combats, Surging Potions, Burning Claw spec 3 times, and then Surging Potion, maybe hit him with your Blade of Saldor or your whip, and then Crystal Halberd spec to finish him off. That's a very easy noob level, I guess, guide right there. I might even do a video on that in the near future just to help you boys out. And then kill the Shellbound Griffin 5 times without leaving the cave while under 40 kilos, which is just an endurance test. Pretty easy stuff. Again, it was never going to be difficult to do, but it's good to see some consistency from Jagex now, which is awesome. The facility bottle tweaks are now 75k from Shipwright Seb, who can be found... fuck knows where. Google it. I don't know where you can find him. At a shipwright somewhere. I'd imagine maybe Port Sarum. Who knows? And they're also adding it to the Opulent Salvage and the Merchant Shipwreck Salvages because, to be honest, well, no, Opulent is the Merchant Shipwreck Salvages. No one was going to the lower level salvages for those bottles, so may as well add it to the end game. Why not? We've got other sailing changes where they've added new logs from sailing, the Camphor, Ironwood, and Rosewood logs, to the loot tables of the salvage from the Mercenary and Fremennik shipwrecks, which doesn't really mean much to me because I feel like you're going to be dropping a lot of those logs anyway, so thanks for that, Jagex. And you can now hunt red salamanders on Charred Island without any issues, so that's good to know. Now, the getting around poll changes. This is the poll that came through not long ago about helping us get through the map and the world of Gelnor easier. So your crystal charges can now be recharged no matter what. They don't have to be empty to be topped up. And if you've done the hard Western Provinces diary, you will get 5 charges instead of 3. Just go ahead and thieve an Eternal Crystal. Don't waste your time. It'll take you like 2-3 hours. Sit there spam clicking, get a crystal, and shut the fuck up. It's much easier. The Quetzal Whistle now lets you choose any Quetzal to get picked up from, not just the standard one, the Hunter Guild, which is pretty handy. And then you can use the Hunter Guild one anyway if you still want to. The Spirit Tree level progression has been updated to what was posted in the blog. You can now get 1 tree at 83, 2 trees at 88, 3 trees at 93, and 4 trees at 96, with unlimited trees still at 99. Never really affected me personally. I barely use the Spirit Trees, but it's more fleshed out and easier for those progressing through farming, which mostly players are maxing to 99 immediately anyway on their accounts. Trouble Brewing now has teleports, which isn't going to change shit. Dead-ass minigame, dead-ass content. Fight Pit minigame, no one asked for, no one cares about, skipping over that. And your Raid Unique broadcast in the clan chat will now tell you the value of that T-bow that your friend just got in front of you, so you can cry even fucking harder, have a little sook. Also, if you get yourself a, the Thread of Eliteness or some gems from Turns of a Mascot, it ain't going to tell everyone anymore once you've got your first one, so the dudes will stay silent so you can continue to not complain publicly about your dog shit RNG. Other changes, empty containers now works more appropriately, which makes fucking sense. Potion storage now opens properly, which I guess should have been happening a long fucking time ago. And then there's a bunch of visual fixes that I guess is only a problem if you care that much about, I guess, visual bugs. Like if a dragon clips through the floor while I'm hitting it, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Now, upcoming maintenance. This is the big one. I know, at the end of the blog, I'm rambling a lot. I fucking yap, but I get the job done. So every Tuesday now at 9 a.m. UST, which is 5 p.m. for me in Western Australia, if that helps anyone out at all, there's going to be about 20 minutes of downtime every week for the next 4 weeks. They're going to be doing this, I think, for the foreseeable future every week, but we're getting a schedule every 4 weeks. 9 a.m. UTC, it's about 20 minutes of downtime. Could be longer if needed. They're not doing it with the game update because if there's a problem with doing any of this maintenance, they can isolate it knowing whether it's the game update that's a problem or this new back-end maintenance that's a problem. So they're splitting it up. Totally understandable. I like that because, again, if there's a problem, they can tell which update it is because it's going to be on 2 separate fucking days. Dickhead. 20 minutes of downtime is not a big deal. Have a shower, have something to eat, go for a walk, have a tug, say hi to your mum. Do what you want. Do it all at once. I don't care. I just don't want to see people on Twitter being like, you fix your game. Why are you getting downtime? Some of us have to work. We don't get a lot of time in the week. Your shit life choices and your ability to not manage your fucking life and social life because you're probably gambling too much, you're a drug addict, or you just have shit maintenance over how you handle your day-to-day life. isn't fucking my problem or anyone else's problem but your own. It's a very simple game. It's 20 minutes of downtime. You'll be surprised. I know this sounds ridiculous, but you'll be surprised how much abuse some of the JMods cop on Twitter from half-wits who don't understand how, I guess, I don't know, a fucking gaming company or development works when it comes to applying downtime. 20 minutes of downtime a week isn't a big deal. And Jagex has thrown in a sweet little deal for you guys. Every 4 weeks, at least on the 4th week of this update rota, they're going to push the update back by 2 hours to 11 a.m. UTC. For those that are on at 9 UTC, they get their little week there. They want to move the time by 2 hours once every 4 weeks, just so the people that are usually heavily on at 9 a.m. get that 9 a.m. back. It's 1 day a week. It's 20 minutes. It's not a big fucking deal. Get over it. Here's your schedule there at 9 a.m. all the way, but 11 a.m. on the 3rd of March. So plan ahead. You know it's happening. Get outside and make some friends for fucking 20 minutes. It's not that hard. Birthday cakes are here, but not for me. It's not my birthday cake. So if you want a birthday cake, you can bake a RuneScape 3. I'm not doing that shit. It's not worth the bomb. It's not worth the fucking time. But the LMS rotor has put Osworlds off of the LMS competitive scene, which is fine because Jagex gets rid of all the bots when it's back on Osworlds anyway, but we still get racist regardless of gender. My name is Ryan. That is the old school RuneScape update. Now let's make some fat cash in the Grand Exchange update this week with Wade Green. This is Rune News. You're watching Rune News and you're watching Rune News. This week's RuneScape 3 update consists of the same downtime maintenance schedule that Old School RuneScape's having. RuneScape 3 gets at the same time. We're just hoping that one of these days they just don't bring RuneScape 3 back online because, well, the reality is that RuneScape 3 is fucking dog shit. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Grand Exchange segment for Rune News. My name is Wade Green, and this week the biggest rise is the Broken Dragon hook. Now there's been a lot of sailing updates with the salvaging, the shipwreck salvages, and they're about to get even sweeter because those boat facility boxes or the bottles are being added to the highest level salvage that there is at the mercenary ships, which does mean Ironman will be benefiting more from it, but players can also save themselves 75 grand just by shipping those bottles, grabbing them. You can probably sell them on the Grand Exchange for anything just under 75 grand, and people fucking buy them too because the baseline is anything more than 75 grand is a fucking scam. So that's your 75k GP right there for those facility bottles. Put them on the Grand Exchange for 73k. It's an easy addition to your gold per hour at those salvages for the opulent salvage from the mercenary shipwreck salvaging. Now, unfortunately, the biggest loss of the week is the mole slippers, and they're continuing to dip. And this is a common trend we're going to see now with the introduction of the holy molies. Now, some people were anticipating 2 mil per mole slippers, and that motherfucker did not show up to the live stream to prove his point. Instead, he fucking hid like a cow because he knew your boy was right. These weren't fucking making any money. Jagex has delivered on the promise and now they're dead. This is it. The holy mollies are in. They're great. Don't get me wrong, but the mole slipper dream, it's been shot short. It's dead. They fired away. We're going to have to find something new to be able to bring our investment through. We have a few ideas. Jagex has been sending in information. Mr. Mod Ash himself and Mr. Mark Donalds, rest in peace, God bless his soul, has no longer working with us, has gave us some inside information on potential future investments, which we'll be sharing here at Rune News with the Grand Exchange update over the next few weeks. Now, of course, the Twisted Bing Bong Billiam Chillian Bing Tillian Ting Tong Ting Tong will continue to be the most expensive mega rare for the near future. Likely to see the Scythe maybe taking a slight dip based on speculation, of course, but with rates 4 coming, the Twisted Bow you can guarantee to assume is going to remain as a very strong contender as the first mega rare to breach max cash stack after its long release, coming soon to Old School RuneScape. Twisted Bow to the fucking moon, boys. Grab one. It won't disappoint. Excellent fucking weapon. What do we got here, boys? Hey, the sawmill vouchers. We're watching these closely because we know there are sailing updates coming, and with great sailing updates comes great disappointment from Jagex still, of course, because they failed to let there be any endgame content at the moment for sailing, which means, yes, the sawmill vouchers are in the bin and people are going to be coping about this, but hear me out. There is no current endgame need for rosewood on your boats at the moment. Unless you want to go speed running the Barracuda trials, which is boring as fuck. No one really needs Rosewood at the moment. It's just not fucking worth it. Sawmill vouchers will remain to be difficult. They're going to need to be difficult to make money on until Rosewood becomes valid. As soon as there is sailing content, endgame bossing content, raiding content, anything to do with requiring a Rosewood boat, which will happen in the near future, especially with a combat rework requiring more dragon, you're going to need to see some more reworks on what you're going to need to defend your boat with, and possibly speed too, especially player-owned island is coming to the game. It's not going to be any high-end content, but they're going to start moving into that endgame sailing bracket, and Sawmill vouchers is where it's going to fucking be. And eventually, they're going to be sitting around that 7,500 GP mark. We're just waiting for the logs to be fucking usable. So thank you to Jagex for introducing content that is completely fucking dead on release, but ready for the endgame in the near future. So Rosewood, Sawmill vouchers in the future will be useful. It's just going to take a bit of time, and we're going to be watching that right here. This is our new Mole Slipper investment, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be watching closely for these Sawmill vouchers over the next few weeks, next few months, next few years if we have to. We're going to watch closely and see how Jagex develops sailing, and as the end game gets wider, the Sawmill vouchers will continue to grow because they're going to start needing these fucking logs, and they're getting used hard at the moment. The bots are all over them because no one's taking advantage of this. So while these are low in price, bots are making big money on Rosewood logs. Keep that in mind. The cheaper the Sawmill vouchers, the more money you can make by farming Rosewood planks, because Jagex is just not putting any effort into them. Bots are taking advantage of this. Grab those planks today because they are dirt fucking cheap to make. They're meant to be 7,500 GP per fucking plank. This is the free plank right here. That's a 5,000 GP. That's at the sawmill, the lumber mill, by the way. That's for faster gold per hour. It's less gold per hour, but a cheaper method using the Lunar Spellbook. You're still saving $2,000 using these for your Rosewood planks. So keep that in mind going forward. Let the bots know that they're not the only ones that can make some cash. And we'll see you all very soon in the live stream and next week with Wade Green for the Grand Exchange update with more updates on the Sawmill vouchers. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Wade Green and I'm a fat cunt. Have a good night. Now, our first Ironman moment for the week goes to a mysterious screenshot sender who they didn't leave their name on here, but they got 99 Herblord. So congratulations on that. That's a huge achievement. I do hope it is the main game. And usually you see red usernames above people who set up their player indicators for PvP. So this could be a dead man world, but there's not a lot of people at the Grand Exchange. Not likely dead man. Someone just wants red fucking names all over their screen. So when they're in the wilderness, they don't have that sense of urgency or surprise that you would typically get because they're just used to seeing red names everywhere, I guess. So at least it's not as alert. But congratulations to the 99 Herblore, whoever the mystery man is. Nice work. I'm proud of you. Next, we have the notorious Mr. Gim Shangers, Mr. Jim's Botting FBI 999, whatever you name him. He's got it. He's botted it. And he botted himself a Virtus mask this week, which is nothing compared to my Virtus robe top, which I got from Duke. My first piece of Virtus that wasn't a mask. My first piece of Virtus on my Ironman. Thank you very much for celebrating my Virtus robe top. I appreciate you guys. Hit a GZ down below to remind me of how good my Virtus robe top is and how good it was for me to get a Virtus robe top from the Duke. Don't worry about this dickhead behind me. And finally, someone, what's his name? This guy's a normal Ironman, but the name is too blurry for me to read. I'm going to assume it says Chief Flakes, kind of like cornflakes, but Chief Flakes. Could be completely wrong on that one. Got himself a Nightmare robe skirt. Now he had, the Nightmare robe skirt, the Inquisitor's plate skirt. He had like 4 screenshots of his Nightmare drops ranging from 2kc to 107kc. But I'm not putting all those fucking screenshots of Rune News. You get one fucking photo, that's it. Congratulations on the 4 drops. This is your latest one, his last one. 4 drops and 100 and something kc, and he is incredibly slow and shit at killing the Nightmare, which is an impressive drop rate. Hopefully he improves his gameplay and gets even more drops in a much more rapid sense of killing. Congratulations on the drops, Mr. Chief Flakes, or whatever your name may be. I have missed it. I couldn't be fucked pulling Discord up because, well, that's just the sort of shit human being I am. But that is it this week, ladies and gentlemen, for Rune News. Come by to the birthday live stream very soon. I'm also getting married on Friday, so there is that. What a week. Come by, celebrate, and make fun of me for getting old and being trapped. My name is Ryan. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Suck a dick. See you all in the live stream. Have a good night. This is the easiest room in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy. Look at him. God damn. Fuck me. Look at that boy. It's huge. You got a big boy.